This is Monica L. Ball. I'm inviting you to tune in to my brand new show called The Real Talk of Monica Radio Show. Tune in on August the 23rd from 7 to 8 p.m. every Tuesday for great topics, great guests, segments, and will feature a blend of established and emerging local artists. So tune in again on August the 23rd for a great show, and that's called Real Talk of Monica. And that's Real Talk. Hashtag RTWM Radio.
The First Amendment of the U.S. Constitution, which grants us the right to discuss openly and freely all matters of public concern and to express viewpoints no matter how controversial or unaccepted they may be. Therefore, we are giving the warning that all views and comments on this show are the views and comments of the show's host and callers and not necessarily the views of this radio station.
WCLM 1450 AM, Highland Springs, Richmond.
Yes, guys, we are here at the Real Talk of Monica Radio Show. We already got a caller that's calling in, guys. What did I tell you? Real Talk of Monica is doing it. And, guys, excuse my voice, but I'm under the weather. You know, this fall season is kicking in. But we got a great lineup tonight, and we got one of our guests is in the house, Shawn Starling. We've been heavily promoting. I believe that video was close to 600 views since we posted it last week. So I'm excited. So I want y'all to dial in at 804-231-7685 to get your copy of Shawn Real Recognize Real. And if we don't get anybody through the phone lines because we're tied up on one, what we can do is then turn around. If you can inbox me, we'll make sure you can come to the radio station and get your signed copy. So I'm excited. You excited, Shawn?
Most definitely. Most definitely.
All right. I think we got a caller on the other line. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Caller?
Yeah.
Yes. Who's on the line?
It's 2K Sam. How you doing, Miss Monica?
Thank you, 2K Sam. I'm excited to have you on the Real Talk with Monica radio show. You are live on radio. And, guys, if you don't know 2K Sam, you're going to know his name and more. 2K Sam had did a wonderful beat project for my upcoming debut single, Miss Real Talk. We still got to fine-tune it. A lot of people have a lot of interest in people that we have played it already in the industry, but we want to perfect it even more. And this talented young man created this beat specifically for me, for my song, because I'm looking for something to always elevate the brand of the RTWM. So, 2K Sam, welcome to Real Talk, baby.
Thank you. I'm happy to be here.
Yes, can you tell my viewers a little bit about yourself?
I've been doing music for about 8 years. One of my friends just showed me something to do to channel my anger into. Instead of getting into trouble and stuff, I just put it into music.
Okay. All right. And what are some of your music inspirations that you have?
I like a lot of what Dr. Dre and Swiss Beats and Timberland do.
VA represent. Yeah, VA represent. So if I was talking to you a little bit before we got on air live, and I was saying if you could work with anybody in the industry now, any up and coming artist, who would that be, 2K Sam?
If I had to pick, I would say between T.I. and Lil Boosie.
Okay,
I just feel like I like their music a lot. I think I could add something with they do.
Wow, that's cool, man. That would be great. So T.I., Lil Boosie, if you're out there, man, hit this guy because he's a talented young man. And everybody that it even positioned the song and the beat to, they was like, this is really hot. Who is this guy? So we want to blow you up big time because I think we're in the process of doing some other things together, and I wanted to get you on air. Can you tell our viewers what some of the people that you have already worked with?
Local-wise, I'm pretty sure a lot of people know I already worked with Stay Smooth. We did a Banana song recently.
Oh, Stay Smooth for an 1800 game?
Yeah, the CEO.
See?
Brothers.
Yeah, okay.
All right. And I work with Junior George, Duck Dog Studios, a.k.a. Lazy 4G, Lego Man, Gilbert, Superstar,
okay,
Rap God G, and two fellow producers and engineers that I work with for a long time was Hazel and DJ 1J. Between the both of them, they kind of like built me up and helped me craft my specialty, help me do what I do, give me tips and pointers. They still work with me to this day.
Oh, wow, that's great, man. So, 2K, Sam, we don't want to tell them everything about our project, but can you tell them about just a little snippet of how the sound that you created for me that's going to be, give them a little sauce like they say?
You said, tomorrow they don't know your name?
Yeah.
I got the concept, and I had to make the beat around like what I thought would be like a good sound for a talk show.
Yeah.
I just took it from there. I stayed up late. I had to go to work the next morning, but I felt like I had to commit myself and get the project done.
I love that, baby. I love that hard work, dedication. And you're a young man, and you're still in your 20s, so I love to hear young men, especially African Americans, that's putting their work in. And we got another talented African American young man named Shawn Starling in the house. So we support big time, and we love when men are trying to do great things and to make it out of here in VA and put VA on the map. So, so 2K, Sam, where can we find your information out, baby, in case anybody wanted to know more information about you?
You can find me on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at 2KSam, the number 2, KSAM.
Okay.
The S could be a dollar sign or it could be a regular S, but Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter.
Okay.
I got a SoundClick and a SoundCloud, but a lot of stuff on there is old stuff, so if you want to see kind of where I started and where I came from and where I'm at now,
Okay.
check out my SoundCloud and SoundClick, and I'm on YouTube as well.
Okay, you're on YouTube too? Okay, what's under your YouTube under 2K Sam too?
Yeah, 2KSam, 2K, dollar sign, AM.
Great. So I'm excited, guys. I'm looking forward to working with you, and I can't wait to have you and Stay Smooth in the house once we really get this project up and going. And I told you, baby, I'm gonna be in the Berg, baby. I'm gonna be in the hood. We're gonna make that underground magic, right? Yeah, we got to give a big shout out to Petersburg, baby. They got a lot of talented people that's working some great things. Okay. So, before we leave out, baby, I got to get you to say that's real talk, okay? After the count of 3, okay? 1, 2, 3.
Real talk with Monica.
No, man, no, wait a minute. You got to say that's real talk, okay? Let's do it again, baby. Look, I got to get the producer straight. All right, I'm running this. I'm running this now, all right? Count of 3. 1, 2, 3.
It's real talk with Monica.
Good enough. Okay, good enough. I see you tomorrow, baby. All right, don't work me too hard in the studio, okay?
Okay, I went. Okay, wait to see.
Okay, thank you, baby. All right. Yes, guys, that was the one and only 2K Sam. That's a hot producer. Okay, the phone lines are burning up. Okay, hold on. Welcome to Real Talk.
What's going on? What's going on?
Who is this on the phone? I think I heard a surrounding voice. Who is on this line?
Honey, CEO, stay smooth and see you down. What's up, Miss Monica? Real talk.
Miss Real Talk to you, baby.
What's going on?
Yeah, look, your boy was just on the phone, man. 2K Sam, me and him talked for a long time on the show, and he has really, really spoke really highly of you. He's almost seen you as a big brother. And
just like this, me and my boy, we actually was born on the same day.
Yeah, I know.
Our birthday December 30th, so we the same age. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Me and him connected way back like 10 years ago.
Yeah.
When I started rapping like 12 years ago, you know what I mean? I started off freestyling or whatever. My boy, he started off with beats. He wanted all that good, to be real with you. It's real talk.
Yeah.
And he progressed over years, you know. So, we started making hits, man. He made my first hit, Banana. Y'all check that out.
Yeah, where we can find that at, Smooth? Where you can find Bananas at?
Stay Smooth, Clanton, YouTube.
Okay.
I just dropped my Big Man at 12 o'clock last night. He produced that too.
Okay.
Found that on all online stores. Big Man, got Stay Smooth. Yeah, I was very overwhelmed when he made that beat for you.
Yeah.
You sent the hook to him and he created the beat. And like, he told me he had to work like 4 in the morning. He was like, but I'm still gonna get it done because you see I was so anxious getting it done. So he came through like always.
Yeah, he's a talented young man. Like I told you, you are very talented too. I told you that from a long time. So you're a wild child, but you're talented. And when you came in there and did those lyrics, and we can't tell them everything, but we're gonna drop the premiere of the sound what 2K Sam did. I'm gonna give my sound engineer Walter to do it when we come from break. And I really, really enjoyed what we created. I think we made magic. And I just want to bring all VA underground artists to Unknown. And I'm really proud of you. And hopefully we can make some magic and make platinum, right?
You already know it. You did very good for your first time rapping. Must I say?
Well, you gotta teach me a little bit more tomorrow. You and 2K Sam gonna beat me up tomorrow and make sure we get to perfect it really good, okay?
Practice makes perfect. That's what he always told me.
Yeah.
Y'all stay tuned. Real talk. Stay smooth. 1800.
Okay.
That's real talk.
Okay, stay. And where can we find your information out real quick?
Stacey Clanton, Facebook, 1800, the real 1800 gang, Instagram, Stay Smooth Artist Page, 1800 gang, Artist Page, at Clanton Board, Twitter, Stay Smooth, Reverb Nation.
Cool. Stay tuned. You know, I'm going to get you to say that's real talk at the count of 3, right? 1, 2, 3.
Real talk.
All right, guys.
That's what it is.
That's what we is, guys. So we're going to take a quick break, and then we come back. We're going to have the one and only Shawn Starling. That's only on the Real Talk with Monica radio show. Now that's Real Talk.
My name is Robert Denley.
When we come back and play that one that got, you are now listening to the Real Talk with Monica. Yeah,
Let me tell you my story.
All right, guys, we're getting ready for Shawn. We get ready to break, and then we're going to do a world premiere of the new beat sound that we got. Huh? Okay. You're going to be listening to the new world premiere of the new beat sound that made by 2K Sam. That's going to be our upcoming project. So, guys, stay tuned for more great things that's coming to us, okay? And guys, he's going to be making phenomenal music, and I know I'm going to get him to make some more music for us. So support this young man. He's a talented VA artist. We want to put him on the map and make him the next Timberland, Pharrell, all of that. Thank you, Have to think I'm awesome. I'm going to be in Petersburg. I got your shirt. I'm going to drop it off tomorrow, okay? So don't blow me up. I've been busy today. I'm sorry. Your friend been sorry. She been busy today. But thank y'all for tuning in and watching us. We really need the support to make Real Talk with Monica a very big success, okay? So we on break now. Let me get Shawn to say something.
Put me on guard.
I ain't putting nothing on you yet, son.
I thought you just...
Tell the women gonna want to know you single.
Nah, I ain't really gonna say all that right now. Because I want to give out a better impression.
Oh, yeah. That's cool. That's cool. That's good. You getting excited?
Most definitely.
Okay.
Most definitely.
Is this your first interview?
Nah.
Okay, you been on radio? You been on there?
Nah, I really never been on radio,
Yeah.
but I did do in-person book discussion where I had to stand up in front of 60 people.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Yep, so I'm excited, guys. So tune in for listen to my first new radio drop by 2K Sam. He's hot. Hey, Dion. Oh, Dion said, hi, Shawn. Norman Washington said, I see you, bro.
Oh, that's my man right there.
Yay.
Most definitely.
Thank you, Norman. Thank you, Dion. I listen to my brand new.
Phone lines are now open, so dial 804-231-7685. Now that is
Oh, it's going to be
Real Talk.
distorted. Okay, that's cool. Yes, guys, you just listen. Yes, guys. Got it. Yes, guys, you just listening to my brand new radio drop produced by 2K Sam, guys, and I'm excited. And we got more great things that's coming to you on the Real Talk with Monica radio show. So y'all can tune in on YouTube channel Real Talk with Monica for live stream video coverage of the whole studio. You got Shawn to my left, and we got, wow, man, the phone line's burning up. We got Wild Walter. Let's see who's on the other line. Welcome to Real Talk.
Hello.
Yay! Hi, how you doing? Vax is calling.
Yes, this is Dawn. I'm doing good.
Oh, hey, how you doing, Don? I can't wait. We got Shawn on the phone line. I mean, in the house, and I know you. Just my assistant, Don. She was like, "Who is this guy, Shawn?" She picked up your book, so she wanted to know some more information about you.
Okay.
Yeah, so I'm excited.
I'm listening.
Look, he listening too. Look, he'll flirt too, Shawn. Don. She'll flirt too. She saw you. She was like, "Oh, he's good looking, cute." That's right.
Appreciate it.
Yeah. So I told you, got all the ladies calling in. So you want to tell Shawn you're gonna listening to his interview and support him, Don? Like Don. Oh, she must have got shell shock, man. She was saying some. She was like, "Shawn is a cute guy."
I appreciate it, man.
You got that. So guys, let's start. Let's all the shenanigans. Let's get started with this great interview. Shawn L. Starling. So Shawn, can you tell our Real Talk viewers a little bit about yourself?
Yeah, I want to start with the fact that I did 9 years in federal prison, because that's pretty much the origin of Real Recognize Real and who I am today. Unfortunately, I was a young man, 20, 21 years old, running the streets, doing pretty much what the young boys in the hood doing. So a few years after that, I ended up, getting sat down for a minute. And I started reading a lot. I used to read a lot of James Patterson books before I was, brought to the realization that people write urban fiction. I didn't even know that genre existed. Until a friend of mine, presented me a book called Dutch. And when I read Dutch, I was like, wow, he's talking about hustlers in the streets and, the things that go on in my life. I didn't know people wrote about things like that.
Things going in your life?
So, excuse me?
Oh, that's Dawn. She called back in.
Oh, okay, yeah. So, that's where the writing started, just basically from reading. And prior to all of the madness in my life, I was raised in church. So naturally, I had to open the book up with that part, because that part is what stuck with me, even though I was doing things that I wasn't supposed to do.
And you know what, Shawn, and we had a kind of discussion about when you told me that you was not brought up to do wrong. You had a good family foundation. Is that correct?
That's exactly correct. That's most definitely correct. I had one of those real, passionate grandmothers that was really on me about everything, about education, and for the most part, I always listened. But it was that thing where and she wanted me to believe in God and go to church, and, trying to raise me the best she could to be the best man I could be.
But Shawn, you tell us, baby, where you grew up in the area? What area?
I grew up in Mosby Court Project. Okay. Just to finish that off, the thing is when she took me to church, I was surrounded in a situation where people were, doing pretty good for themselves. And families pulled up in cars, and nice cars, and had nice homes, and everybody was just doing so well. And me being 13, 14, I couldn't understand why my family was struggling so much. Why we didn't have anything. We believed in the same God, and why are they doing so much better than us? And that bothered me for a long time, to the point where when I was in the church, I was a very rebellious young man. And to the point where I just said, I don't want to be around them no more, because I fit more in with the dudes in the projects. They look like me. They dress like me. They struggling like me. They family don't got anything, just like my family. Why do I want to be in this mess when I don't fit in here? But the flip side to that is church instills morals and values that don't exist in the projects. So when I did wander off into the projects, I felt the same exact way, because I had morals and values that were instilled in church.
Right.
But it didn't exist. Even though we all had that same struggle, my interpretation and my perspective was totally different.
Okay.
Like, I didn't see the way that most of the dudes in the hood saw. Just naturally, it was a real I don't give a F attitude.
Yeah.
That I just didn't have. Even though I didn't fit in church, I felt like I didn't fit in church. I also felt like I didn't fit in the streets.
Yeah.
So it was just always a struggle for me growing up. And when I created that book, I think I painted that exact picture.
And, you know, you made a good point. And when you told me the exact time period when you got arrested, how it humbled yourself. Yeah. Because you said you had that arrogant feeling, that arrogant, that you don't care attitude. And I think sometimes when you're doing in the street life, and even with me, when I was doing the life of being in that entrepreneur, working in that 9 to 5, you got to have a certain level-headedness, the things to keep you aware of what's going on. Right. So when you got that experience, I want you to tell our viewers, so it might be somebody out there, how did that experience when you got arrested humbled yourself? It
allowed me to, you know, it just gave me a realization that I could be touched.
Yeah.
A lot of people that are in the streets now probably never had to deal with the feds. If you only had to deal with the state, then there's a good chance that you could probably buy your way out of that situation, or buy your way into a situation that's not as worse, you know, as a person who don't have anything. With the feds, there's really no money involved. Like, they really don't care about your money.
Yeah.
Like, you could literally get a public defender that'll get you the same deal that a $50,000 lawyer is probably going to get you.
What?
It's they don't care about your money. Like, your money means nothing to them. It's really damage control.
Yeah.
Are you gonna go to trial and do this? Because naturally, I probably could have did about 6 years. I went to trial and ended up doing 10. That's just off of ignorance. I didn't know any better.
Yeah.
And I had a paid lawyer who didn't know any more than I did.
Go ahead, Shawn.
Yeah.
That's real talk, baby. All these lawyers, they want to sit there and take these drug cases, and then they just want to get your money. Tell them, because some brothers out there listening now.
Right.
Listen, brothers.
Right.
And sisters, too.
Now that I think back on it, I can pretty much tell he was uncomfortable with taking the case, but he had an issue with letting the money go. Like, he knew he couldn't go. He had no experience in a federal courtroom at all, no more than I did. I probably would have did a better job representing myself.
Wow, man.
So
the phone already calling now.
Yeah, definitely. You really don't need a paid lawyer if you get a federal case. 9 times out of 10, you don't need a paid lawyer.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. All right. Keep the radio down low, please. Welcome to Real Talk.
Hello, this is Dawn.
Yes, how you doing, Don? You want to ask Shawn a question? Hello?
I'm here.
Okay, you want to ask Shawn a question?
Yes.
Okay, we can't hear you.
You can't hear me.
Okay, yeah, go ahead now.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, we can hear you now.
Okay. I want to give a comment on that question that he just talked about how those lawyers treat people.
Okay. Okay, so you want to know more about how the lawyer treat him, or you want to say about your experience?
Yes. I do.
Okay, I guess what she trying to say is about your experience with lawyers, because what happened was Dawn had a bad experience in a court case, and she tried to get a public defender attorney, and she felt like they didn't help them. They kind of threw her to the wolves kind of way. You know, they was leading her on, and I think what she was saying is that she can feel your feeling that they didn't know more than you did, and she had to do her research.
Well, was it a state case or was it a federal case?
Yeah, she had a state case dealing with like social services.
Okay. Well, most of the time with state cases, if you get a public, that's when you probably want to pay a lawyer because they're actually gonna, work.
Okay.
Most times, state lawyers, public defenders are just trying to have a large caseload, and it's more so like almost like they're what's the internships or something. I don't know. It's just weird. It's weird with state. I don't know a lot of experience about state lawyers. I never had a state case in my life, but just from my understanding, they really just trying to get you the best deal that they can get you and get paid for, because the more cases they get, the more money they make.
Right.
And like you might find some that are actually passionate about what they do, and that's that's when you won. If you got a public defender that's actually passionate about winning cases and making a name for themselves, and it's just but the bad side about that is always the flip of the coin. It all depends on who you get, and you really don't have any control over who you end up with.
Well, you know what? You made a very good point about that, Shawn, because I think that's going to be on another episode that we can talk about the legal system aspect, because I dealt with the legal system and how I had a no good attorney, and it's like they all in that society group.
It's politics.
It's politics. You got to know the right people. So I'm glad you said, I'm glad you said it. So let's get back on your story. Now, you told me that one of the things that devastates you was when you was getting locked up. You left your one daughter. She's, at the time.
2 daughters.
Yeah, 2 daughters. Oh, 2 daughters at the time?
I had 2 daughters. I had my oldest daughter was 3 at the time.
Okay.
And my baby girl was only 8 months at the time.
Oh, wow.
So, that was a real mental, that was a mental blow. Like I said, where I was at, I tell everybody where I was at was a federal prison camp. It wasn't no violence going on. I didn't have to watch my back every day.
Yeah.
I just had to deal with, mental situations where things were going on that I couldn't control. And that was the hardest thing for me. I always been the guy that's trying to maintain control. So when you're in a situation where you can't control anything, that's like the most frustrating thing in the world.
Wow. And can you tell us where you got locked up? That's where you learned how to write? Because you said you was in a West Virginia camp and you learned from a guy that was like a professor, you was telling me?
Yeah. Ronald Morris was he was a college student actually, who was going to college for writing textbooks. He had a PhD also. I'm not really sure. He didn't give me all his business, so I don't want to say nothing wrong, but he just had a thing for writing. He had a thing for a lot. Like, he was a very intelligent individual, well-rounded, period. And so when I first wrote Real Recognize Real, I wrote it, went to the law library, spent hours out of a day typing it up on a typewriter. Like, we didn't have computers, we had a typewriter. and I thought I had something, and I presented it to him. I was, proud of what I had just done. And he just read it and looked over it and told me it was terrible. Garbage. Like, what is this?
Look, we got Miss Davis in the house. She's an author. She's coming up to talk about her book, so I think she can realize that too, because we're sending them manuscripts. She tried to send her information to Hollywood, so
So, but the thing about it, the thing I commend him for is he didn't just say it was terrible, get out of my face. He said, do you really want to do this? Is this something you really want to do? Do you really expect people to spend their hard-earned money on this product? And when I was like, yeah, he was like, if you're serious about this, I'm going to make sure, you do it right. Because you can't go back out here in the world with writing like this and think people are going to spend their money on it. And that's another thing, which is, like I said, with being in prison and developing tough skin. Over the time, you just got to develop tough skin. Even, because it's just, nobody cares about your problems in prison.
Yeah.
Everybody in prison has a problem of their own. They don't got time to really deal with yours. You might find some that, you could talk to here and there, but nobody wants to hear the guy that's complaining all the time.
Yeah.
You're the person everybody's gonna shy away from. We don't want to be around you. You're making the day go by too slow. We're trying to speed it up.
Yeah.
But long story short, he really took the time out to make sure I perfected what I was doing, and when he gave it back, he gave the manuscript back with a lot of scribble scratches. He had a whole notebook full of notes for me, and I had to pretty much just go over that stuff. So I went back to the drawing board and pretty much wrote the whole book over. with his notes as my coach. And even he was right there for questions if I needed them. So, I mean, it's just any business you're trying to run, you want to have tough skin. You don't want to be the person that just, as soon as somebody criticizes what you're trying to do, you just say, oh, I ain't gonna do this, I quit. You gotta have tough skin, because you never know who you bump into in this world. And some people talk tough. They talk tough at you. And if you ain't got tough skin, you're gonna just take it as like everybody's like that. But you know, you got also people that talk tough that are also willing to make sure you get it right. And that's what Ron did. I haven't seen Ron since I've been home. It's weird.
Yeah, you haven't seen him?
But
well, shout him. Maybe he might be out there, so say something.
Nah, I just wanted to shout him out. Ron Morris, he's from Baltimore, Maryland. You can see I got my Baltimore colors on and everything. But yeah, he definitely did that for me. Like, I owe him a lot. You know, and that book is a dedication to him and everything, because if it wasn't for him, I was gonna come out here and present something to the world that just wasn't you know, marketable at all. Like, I didn't understand paragraph format, how to break down monologue, dialogue, separate them, make sure you understand which character is saying what, you know, how to, you know, make them. It's just a lot, and I still learn a lot to this day as far as writing. You know, it's one of the things you always learn more. You always learn more. I'm always looking to develop, especially from a marketing standpoint, because even if I'm great at writing a book, it doesn't mean it's going to sell if I don't market it right. So it's just a lot of different marketing strategies that, you know, I learn every day. And I'm a sponge. I learned that early. You got to be a sponge out here. You got to soak up all the game you can get.
That's true, man. So after we did Real Recognize Real, and can you tell us the people that put that project, and then you went to the Right Hand Man?
No, I got Real Recognize Real 2.
Okay.
And then it was Right Hand Man.
And Right Hand Man, okay.
And I also got Real Recognize Real 3.
Okay.
So
that's cool. And so just give a brief overload of both books for us right quick for the Real Recognize Real.
Okay. Well, like I said, it revolves around a character named Jason Johnson.
Okay.
Who adopts the name Real just off his perception. He meets a guy named Fresh, who's pretty much, Fresh represents everything I wasn't in the streets, but he's also my friend. So he like, we're the exact opposite in personalities, but we're together every day. So it's just, that's who Fresh represents. So if you're thinking about doing wrong and you got this guy with you, he sees things different. He's not as humble as you. He takes what he wants. He's not going to ask you for anything. But Fresh, you know, took Real on because Real had an interesting perspective. So that's where their relationship comes in at. And over the course of the book, it's a lot of talk, twists and turns where you don't know if they're going to stay friends or not. It just always looks weird to you. But in the end, I think I finished it well. I can't give you the story.
No, you can't give the story. But look, we are giving away a book, right, Shawn? Anybody that want to call in or they inbox me, the phone number is 804-231-7685. Shawn, can you hold up the book and then look at the signed cover? So see that wonderful book. And how many pages is it, Shawn?
302.
302 is a great read, guys. So all the guys that's in the streets that want to learn a few things, even women or anybody that's opt to support this young guy, and you can get a free book. And so let's talk about the Right Hand Man. And Shawn, hold that up. Okay, go ahead.
Right Hand Man came from Real Recognize Real. If you pay attention, it says the prequel to Real Recognize Real. It's like this is like, I'm sure every writer has experienced this. You write a book, you introduce these characters, and then just something about them characters stand out. But that the characters that stood out didn't have a story in that book. So what you do is you go create another book and introduce them characters. Loke was raised in the suburbs. He had a mom and a father. He went to private schools. He was taught very well, you know, raised in a great home. Everything the opposite of the hood. But, you know, due to tragedy, he finds himself in the hood.
Yeah.
And like I told you, I think we spoke about this when it was just me and you. I was telling you I like to write about being a fish out of water.
Yeah.
That's like one of my favorite things to write about. How would this fish react if I pulled him out of water and put him in sand? Can he survive? What would he do? I know he at least try to survive. Even if he dies, he's going to try to survive. That's, you know, and that's what humans, we naturally, self-preservation is, you know, what we, it's natural. We don't have to, it comes without thought. Survival is an instinct that you don't even really think about. So this is what happens to Bloke. He finds himself, you know, in the hood and just experiencing tragedy after tragedy. And when a friend finally comes along, you know, somebody he finally feel like he can trust comes along, he gets super attached and overprotective. And from there is more twists and turns that I can't tell you about.
Oh, right. Wow, you got to get them suspense.
I always give you the summary of it, you know, just to let you know, give you enough to let you say, yeah, I think that might be interesting.
Okay, guys. Shawn, we got a winner named Dion. Dion told me he wanted to, when he get that book, make sure he get it. Yeah. Okay, Dion got the signed copy, baby. So we'll get you to inbox me. Congratulations, Dion, for getting the copy of Real Recognize Real. So, Shawn, what can we can find you more information about you guys? Because the fans been blowing up.
Just hit me up on Facebook for right now.
Okay.
And I definitely respond. I respond fast.
I think we got.
I'm serious about moving books.
Yeah, you told me you can.
Branding myself.
You branding yourself. You told me you even bring your books to your people too, right?
Yeah.
Deliver them.
I deliver them. Yeah. It doesn't matter. However we need to get that book to you, I definitely get it to you.
All right. So, guys, you heard the one and only Shawn Starling. So we're gonna take a quick break, and we're gonna bring on my co-host Louise, Louise Davis, to talk about her book, A Mother's Prayer. So stay tuned, guys. The author's edition of Real Talk with Monica. Thank you for tuning in. Hey, Sister Shayna. Thank you for tuning in. Oh, we live. Okay. All right. I got to behave now. We live now. Yes, guys. We're live on the Real Talk with Monica radio show. Thank you for taking that break, guys. And please support our show, Real Talk with Monica. So, guess what? We got our one and only beautiful co-host, Louise Davis. And Miss Davis, she is looking glam, guys. I'm going to let you took, if y'all can see her, she outdoing me. Look at her. Look at her. In her reds and her leopard. You look beautiful, Miss Davis.
Oh, thank you.
So welcome to Real Talk.
Thank you.
So what are we going to talk about today, Miss Davis? Your book?
Yes. Last time I talked about my book, I told you how I thought my son Alexander was being mistreated by the mental health system, by the police, by the lawyer, by everybody.
Mm-hmm.
And I told you about how he went to jail for something that he didn't do.
Wow.
And then I think about all the time he went to jail because somebody else had done something. One time he saw a young fellow, a fellow he knew at a bike. He went over and spoke to the fellow. The fellow got out on the bike and rode around. They accused him for stealing the bike. Well, he went to jail for that. He went to jail also for this gun they said he had at school, but he didn't take the gun to school. Somebody gave it to him and he brought it home. He went to jail for that. Just a lot of things that he just went to jail for, and I feel like it was unfair. The judge said, well, he's going to make it use him, was just going to use him to show other people that they can't get away with a lot of things. He felt like they were having a lot of problems over there in Church Hill with the young people. So, I want to, but you know, what I'm going to do, I want to talk about my book, but I got something on my mind that I really, really need to say.
Okay, go ahead and speak your real talk.
Okay, because when Alexander was at Central State, I think they gave him 8 years for beating up a girl on Central State. Well, he got out of that. He got into something else at the Central State. Central State took a assault warrant out on him. I know he got 8 years for that, but it was Central State fault. So it's in the books. I'm not going to tell you what it was rather. But so when he came out of, it was time for his 8 years. They sent him to Central State. Well, Central State kept him over there for a while, and they said, he can go home. We just need somewhere to put him. I said, well, I don't have anywhere for him to go. But I have a house on Washington Street, and he can stay over there. So his brother was staying there. I said, well, I told them, well, if they can get along together, I'll let him move in with him. So we sent him home on a 2-week trial. Well, he went back to Central State. Doctor told me everything went fine. So, okay. So, I don't know exactly how to go into this. But, anyway, they sent him to stay with his brother. But see, the thing about it was, he told the doctor at Central State Hospital that his brother was harassing him. Now, my son is paranoid schizophrenia. He begged the workers there, please tell him not to send me to my brother because my brother harassing me. No one told me this. So we let him come home and stay with his brother. The day of that he killed his brother, he went to Church's Chicken and told him he owned the store and he was going back there getting something to eat. Well, they called the police on him. They thought he was drunk. They took him to jail. They found out he wasn't drunk. They let him go. But before that, earlier that evening, he went to see his social worker. He was so hostile and so agitated that she was scared to sit in the same room with him.
Miss Dave, do you think that when you said all of that, do you think that maybe they had a pre-notion that he was getting ready to do something?
No.
Why do you think that they felt like that?
Well, who felt like what?
The people at Central State about your son.
Why the man let him come home?
Yeah.
If the doctor been doing what he's supposed to and had sense, he would never send a paranoid schizophrenic to stay with somebody that he feels is going to threaten him.
Okay. So did they give him medicine? Did they?
Well, he said he lost his medicine. He asked for some more. They wouldn't give it to him, said it was too expensive. But let me tell you about when he went to see his social worker. Okay, he was upset. He said, find somewhere else for me to go. My brother's harassing me. She said, I don't have nowhere for you to go. Now, she sent this paranoid schizophrenia person out on the street instead of sending him back to Central State. Sent him back out on the street to stay with his brother. That night he killed his brother. Okay, the lawyers, you were talking about the...
Yeah, Shawn was talking about the lawyers.
The lawyer, bad. One time he went to jail, he had this, what do you call that?
Public defender?
Yeah, he had a public defender. And he called me up to the stand and judge said, why are you calling her? He said, I don't know. I'm just make points. Of course, he went to jail for that. I said, now, this is awful dumb. Here this man don't know what to ask me and telling the judge he only called me to make points. So let's skip over that. Getting back to this last lawyer. I don't know, should I call her name?
Well, if you want to, Miss.
Okay, her name was Mary Martin. She told him that if his trial went to court, he was going to get 100 years. She wanted him to do a plea bargain.
Uh-huh. And this was the public defender?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
I begged him, don't. I told him, look, if she can't win your case, I will win it for you.
You was going to be a lawyer, Miss Davis?
Yes, honey. I won my case one time.
What? We
Yes.
we got no wonder we in common. These Virgos can run things.
Get out of my way. I had my own case because I didn't
Okay.
like the way he was doing my son.
Okay.
So, anyway, what was all that?
You was talking about the public defender. She didn't know what she was doing.
No.
And she was giving your son basically all these years.
Yeah. Now, this is when we found out about all this stuff that went on at Central State. Jackie went there, we went to the door and said, let me see your brief. And she said, Mama, do you see this? The police, he had begged the doctor not to sit in there, and I told I said, look, can you go to Central State and get his record so we can go over it? She said, why? That has nothing to do with his case. I said to myself, that woman sure dumb to be a lawyer. Don't she know that those records are a legal defense? We can look in there and see exactly what went on while he was there at Central State. So anyway, he did what she did. What he told, he did the plea bargain. They say if he do a plea bargain, he get 8 years. So he did that. I couldn't talk him out of it. So, but you know, he got out of prison, back last February, I think it was. He has not been able to stay in a place because he's paranoid schizophrenia. He thinks somebody's bothering him. And this makes me mad because when I try to complain about, they said, judge said, oh, he know what he's doing. He's not sick. But when he complained about something in prison, he said, oh, he's crazy. I said, wait a minute. How can he be crazy when it comes to something you want, but when it comes to something that, for him, he knows what he's doing?
Ms. Davis, do you think maybe race had something to do with it? Because that was one of the things that was brought up. You don't think it's racism in the legal system?
And they hiding stuff.
Okay.
They because, believe it or not, they take care of their own. Cause in Richmond, police, I went up there one time to swear a warrant out against them jumping from that book right now. Because I wanted to see the doctor, the police that was shooting at my son. They swore the police didn't do it. I'm running behind the man and said, don't shoot my son, don't kill him, don't kill him. I've seen the fire flash in front of the gun. They said, oh, he didn't shoot it. I go down there to the police station to see about it.
Right.
They had everything wiped clean. The man didn't do it. All that. I saw they did a lie, and I see the gun fire flying. So get off of that, and I'm getting back to my book. But
yeah, let's get back to it because we're gonna wrap up. So you feel like all of these experiences that you dealt with, this is in the book with the system.
Yes, but what I want to do now, I'm trying to find a lawyer that can go back, and I want to sue these people because they put him in jail when he should have been sent to a mental hospital. Oh, he was okay to go to a mental hospital, but when he hit somebody, when they won't do, they say, oh, he's crazy. Oh, he's. You can look now. All this time, he's been paranoid schizophrenic, acting like a paranoid schizophrenia.
Well, one thing I'm gonna tell you, Miss Davis, if you're looking for an attorney to get into something like that,
I'm going to Joe Morris. NAACP says Joe Morris is helping them, so I'm going.
Okay.
They said they taking cases of him, so if he helping them, I'm gonna ask him to help me.
Okay, you think Joe Morris is gonna do it? Okay, we'll see.
I'm sure gonna ask him because you can help the NAACP. I belong to NAACP too, so if he can help the NAACP, because I think he spent. I want that what they call when you felony. I want that felony erased off of his record, and I'm gonna tell him he's been in prison when he wasn't supposed to be in prison, and so therefore somebody needs to be held guilty for it.
Okay.
So do I don't have time to talk about my book. Do I time's up?
Getting ready to get time's up. I think you got sidetracked, Miss Davis.
Yeah, because all this has to do around my book. But I want people to know how they're treating mentally ill people.
Yeah.
I mean, that's why so many of them are in jail.
Yeah.
Or they're homeless.
Yeah.
And I'm so afraid my son going to end up being homeless because he is mentally ill.
And he's still alive? Is he out of jail?
Yes. He's in a hospital somewhere down in Salem, Virginia right now.
Okay.
Because he's paranoid schizophrenia. But
so how did that feel as a mother to go through all of this and know that your child, you know, is probably asking for help and he don't know what to do?
That's why I'm mad, because he asked for help. He asked the doctor for help. He asked his lawyer for help.
Mm-hmm.
He asked the social worker for help, and they did not help him.
Okay.
And so I really want that to investigate to see, did he get a bad deal? Because
Okay.
I think he got a bad deal. And let me do this. Look, I'm gonna read a little bit something about this book. So this book is based on a true story of a mother's love, hardship, and the tragedy of her mentally ill son killing his brother. Also, she had been fighting for justice for her mentally ill son. She wondered who will listen to the cry of the mentally ill and why they are not being heard. Why is it that their cry are falling on closed doors? And no help is so hard to find, and help is so hard to find. The mentally ill voices often go unheard in our society. The system that is supposed to help them so often let them down. This is why you find a lot of mentally ill people homeless or in prison. It seems like sometimes when we pray that God does not hear us, God does. But at the time, okay, I'll go ahead and read that. But at the time, his plan is to be silent, and he shed his tears of sorrow, which there may be dark clouds in our life, but as the sun sets, so does the pain. God give us strength to bear and endure whatever the rising sun may bring. So you want to take...
Okay. Yeah, because we're getting ready to wrap up, Miss Davis. Okay.
Show it this way, too?
Yes. Yeah, show it that way, Miss
Oh,
Davis. Okay.
This book here, they got the dark clouds in it that talks about our life. We got the raindrops coming down with the tears from God's eyes.
Miss Davis, on the mic.
Huh?
You gotta get on the mic.
Huh?
You gotta get on the mic.
Oh, we got the dark clouds up here, the cloud that we're going to have in our life. The sun set, our problems will set like the sun, and the sun will rise.
Okay.
Okay, that's it?
Yeah. Okay, guys, we're getting ready to wrap up, and we're gonna do another quick shout out. So, Shawn, we're gonna get you back on here. So, Shawn, again, thank you for being a guest on the Real Talk with Monica radio show for the first time.
I appreciate it.
I look forward to having you on again, and we're looking for more great things. And please be a guest to come back on with your new book, okay?
Definitely. Wrestling Demons be out at the end of the month. So.
Wrestling Demon?
Yeah, that book.
Demons? Okay,
Wrestling Demons.
Wrestling Demons gonna be out, guys, so stay tuned for that.
I know about that.
Hey, yo, you know about that too, Walter, Wrestling Davis? Demons. Yeah, we should know about that. So, guys.
We all know about that.
Yeah, we all know about that.
One way or other.
So, look out for the next episode of the Real Talk with Monica radio show. We're going to have a packed house for election. Yes. Real talk, real politics going to be on November the 8th, Tuesday. So we're opening it up to people to call in. And also we got a couple of special guests that's going to be in to talk about the election, about a lot of people saying, I was at Denny's right quick. I was at Denny's, and the guy told me, he said, I'm going to put in Gomer Powell because I don't like both of them. So they want Gomer Powell to be on there. He going to write it in. So it's a big thing for all the elections that's coming up. So thank you again.
But tell them if they vote for Goldman Powell, they'll vote for Trump.
Well, Ms. Davis, we don't like to put politics. We give people open politics. I know how you feel about Trump.
No, I'm telling the truth. If they vote for somebody not running, that's a vote.
Well, yeah, that's the truth. But Ms. Davis, that's their vote, though. That's what they want to do.
I'm not saying them not to vote for them. Just tell them if they do who they're voting for.
Well,
Monica L. Ball, known as Miss Real.